Tornado Cash wasn't created by criminals, however. Its code is designed to mix a user's crypto with a pool of other Tornado Cash users' crypto in a smart contract, making it harder, if not impossible, to track. The service's official site claims that users have deposited more than 3.2 million ETH, which is roughly 3.5 billion, in the service since it was launched in August of 2019. Hello, my name is Marc Drouinaud Jr. If you're new here, I do cyber-related videos. Tornado Cash service is becoming one of the favorite ways for hackers to cash out. We have to find out how. We're going dark. So this story is courtesy of LorenzoAdvice.com. So Tornado Cash has become the go-to service for hackers and crypto thieves, but its creators say it's merely a privacy tool that they can control. In March of this year, suspected North Korean government hackers stole more than 600 million in Ether from hyped-up play-to-earn game Axie Infinity in one of the largest crypto hacks in history. The hackers sent a part of the proceedings, which is 100 million at the time, through Tornado Cash, a so-called mixing service designed to obscure the origin of funds. That is a very predictable move, as Tornado Cash has become extremely popular among hackers and crypto thieves. Tornado Cash is a protocol that allows users to send in some cryptocurrency using their own wallets and get it back via different addresses. Its code is designed to mix a user's crypto with a pool of other Tornado Cash users' crypto in a smart contract, making it harder, if not impossible, to track. The service's official site claims that users have deposited more than 3.2 million ETH, which is roughly 3.5 billion, in the service since it was launched in August of 2019. Of that 3.5 billion, more than 1 billion, that is almost a third of all the funds that gone through Tornado Cash, was laundered through the protocol. The vast majority from thefts and hacks, according to Arda Arkatuna, a cybersecurity threat analyst at blockchain tracking firm Elliptic. A spokesperson for Chain Analysis, other blockchain tracking firm, said that the company estimates 1.2 billion of illicit funds have gone through Tornado Cash. Right? So they're the reason most scammers can scam without fear of retribution. LP, the founder of the cybersecurity companies RugDoc and Palladium Blockchain Security, told Motherboard in an online chat, LP prefers not to use her full name to protect her privacy. Tornado Cash wasn't created by criminals, however. Founder Roman Semenov runs a cybersecurity firm called PepperSec, and the service portrays itself as being a privacy tool similar to encryption services like Tor, which can be used by journalists and activists or dark web drug dealers alike. Not only that, but the developers say they have no control over the smart contracts that the system runs on, because they permanently dispose of their cryptographic keys, even as they attempt to implement some form of compliance with the US sanctions regime. The existence of Tornado Cash is simply a result of market dynamics, and mixing services have existed for as long as the blockchain. Transactions on public blockchains are viewable by anybody by default, and several types of users, including the privacy-minded and the criminals want to hide their movements. Tornado Cash shows the tension between the immutable blockchain, a real-world power, and never-ending cat-and-mouse game between sleuths and privacy enthusiasts. But according to experts, Tornado Cash may be trackable in certain situations. Yet it is creating new challenges for law enforcement investigating crimes on Ethereum. The use of mixing services to launder proceeds is nothing new, but the proliferation of crimes involving the theft of Ethereum-based assets has made Tornado Cash a uniquely dominant and challenging force in these investigations. A U.S. prosecutor who has experience investigating cybercrimes, who asked to remain anonymous, told Motherboard. Tornado Cash creators see themselves differently. Tornado Cash is a privacy protocol. The design of Tornado Cash means that it's uncensorable, permissionless, and completely trustless. A Tornado Cash community manager who goes by Hemdell wrote in service's official Telegram channel in April, explaining how the service works. Tornado Cash as a project has no special knowledge of who is using the app, which is decentralized application. There are no admins with a special ability to investigate transactions, nor can anyone stop someone from using the protocol. Oh, it's these properties that have made Tornado Cash controversial, and according to some, operating such services may be illegal in some cases. As a general rule, having anything to do with a mixing service is a bad idea. Past operators of these services have found themselves liable under a range of federal laws, including operating a unlicensed money transmitting business and money laundering. These are serious crimes that can carry lengthy prison terms. Pristine B, a lawyer that specializes in cybercrime and crypto, told Motherboard in an email. Without commenting on Tornado Cash specifically, acts like providing help to someone who wants to use the code, uploading a mixing smart contract to a protocol, or operating a web app which can hook into a user's MetaMask wallet strays into potentially criminal territory. For example, last year the Department of Justice arrested Roman Sterlingov of money laundering for owning and operating the crypto mixer Bitcoin Fog. Also in 2021, Larry Dean Harmon, the developer of mixing service Helix, pled guilty to charges of conspiracy to launder money and running an unlicensed money transmitting business. He faces 20 years in prison. The creators of Tornado Cash have long argued that their service is agnostic and they can't do anything to prevent hackers from using it because of the way it's designed and because all we do is write code and publish it on GitHub. Tornado Cash founder Roman Semenov told Bloomberg in March, "This is pretty close to the definition of free speech, so writing code cannot be illegal." He added, on the free speech point, Burns said that it's correct that merely writing code on GitHub is protected speech in the United States. Without mere publication is unlikely to give rise to criminal liability. Doing literally anything other than that risk landing a developer in hot water. And Tornado Cash does indeed do more than that. It provides and maintains a user interface with a web application that allows users to send funds to Tornado Cash through a browser. Romanov argues that he and other developers can't control who uses the service and do not have more access than any other users. There's not much we can do, he told Bloomberg. That's because Tornado Cash uses smart contracts on the Ethereum blockchain, which cannot be changed and which the developers have no control over. In May 2020, the protocol's developers burned the cryptographic keys that allowed them to access and modify the smart contract. In practice, that means Tornado Cash's protocol is now perpetually self-executing code, as CoinDesk put it at the time. In the Bloomberg interview, Romanov also argued that the difference between Tornado Cash and Bitcoin Fog and Helix is that those services were custodial, meaning they held user funds, which makes them money transmitters, something that Tornado Cash is not. After speaking to Bloomberg in March, Romanov told Motherboard that he is now trying to avoid any comments on regulation nowadays, only giving tech talks, arguing that he and his colleagues had some bad experiences with media lately. He has since stopped answering messages that's sent to his Telegram account. The issue of regulations and sanctions has become relevant recently after North Korean hackers moved some of the funds they stole from Axie Infinity through Tornado Cash. After the hack, the US government added the hacker's Ethereum address to the North Korean sanctions list. In practice, that means anyone interacting with that address may expose themselves to US government prosecution and sanctions. Please feel free to watch, like, and comment other videos on this channel. Subscribe now.